taken any time on any kind of Facebook groups or any kind of like guitar tone forums or anything like that, then you've probably heard the word chimey thrown around, or getting a chimier guitar tone or some chime out of your guitar pickups. It's usually brought up whenever the conversation is circulating around like AC30s or Telecasters or Filtertrons, something like that. People usually will bring up the idea of a chimey guitar tone. The other day I was listening to the Tone Junkie podcast and I stumbled across this technique, or I heard about this technique on the podcast, that immediately made my guitar tones chimier. I have not experienced anything that was such a simple change that made such a huge difference immediately. I want to share this technique with you guys in this video. Hopefully it's not something that you guys have heard of, and this is like something new for you guys. I have not been able to find anything on the internet about this technique, so it's either super obvious and people just don't think you should make a video about it, or no one has really explored the idea. So I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are having a great day. Go ahead and smash that like button for the guitar video. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me in the future. Let's go ahead and get started with the video. So whenever I say this is a simple change, it really is incredible how simple it is. If you're like me, or probably a ton of other guitar players, you've probably gone through several phases of the guitar picks that you prefer to use. I started when I was younger. My guitar teacher used these thin Jazz 3 picks, so I used those for years, and I'll still use them every now and then for lead lines. There for a while, I went through a phase where I used like Fender's like really thin gauge picks. It was pretty good for strumming stuff, but not so good for riffs or for pretty much anything else. I landed on these Dunlop picks for a while. These are kind of like a medium gauge, 0.60 millimeters. However, for this technique, you're going to need to make sure that you have a guitar pick that has like the rough teeth on the edge right here for your grip. I'm not sure if it really matters what thickness the pick is. This is kind of like a medium gauge, it's 0.73. I imagine it would probably work okay with something slightly lighter than this, but you may lose a little bit of the effect if you go too light. But definitely the one prerequisite, it has to have the teeth on it. So just for like a really layman's explanation of what's going on, and I think it's pretty obvious, but I'll just go ahead and say it as well. Basically the teeth of the guitar pick on a really micro level are basically just plucking the string. Instead of like a smooth pick, they're just plucking it. So I mean, basically these teeth are grabbing the string and doing a very slight pluck, rather than like, I'm using the smooth part now, like a smooth pick. They're plucking. And I mean, I'm not changing the intensity of my pick at all on that. It's just, here's smooth, here's teeth. And also, we should note that this effect is really apparent on the G, B, and E strings. You hear it much more so on these strings than you do on the wound strings. There's still an effect, but not nearly as much so as on these higher strings. We can take a listen at a sound example though. I'm going to do an example with some reverb and delay, and then with it dry, and then maybe with a little bit of overdrive as well. Because like I said, this effect is really apparent and you can hear it in all of those scenarios. Let's go ahead and take a listen to some sound examples. Alright, I want to thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hopefully this technique will help you get some chimier guitar tones. And you know what? If that's not necessarily what you go for, I still hope you enjoyed the video. I love a good chimey guitar tone myself. However, there are some times where I wouldn't want to use this technique. Like if I were doing some metal stuff and I was like, you know, chugging some riffs or whatever, I definitely would not use this technique. And then it also doesn't work wonderfully on any kind of strumming stuff. Even with the song I did at the beginning, I don't love the way it sounds with the strumming parts of that, but with the single note lines and everything, this is really, really good. So I'm going to continue to use this technique for my single note lines, but I don't know if I will always employ it for my like strumming and for any other kind of like riffy stuff I may do. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys have a great day. Please do hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me in the future. Peace, guys.